Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Look, every family has the ambition to send their child to the best school, preferably close by. So we welcome the Government's moves to strengthen the duty of the school's adjudicator to take account of quality of educational provision and parental preference in an area before changing a school's pupil admission numbers, as well as a duty to consult. We do still remain concerned about how this will work in practice and conflicts of interest. And ultimately, if a high-performing popular school has space to expand and there is a demand for places, ideology should not get in the way of doing so. Now, I'd like to welcome the Government's decision to finally ban access to mobile phones during the school days by putting existing guidance on a statutory footing. I join the Shadow Secretary of State in paying tribute to all the campaign groups and also to my honourable friend, the member for South Devon, for all her work on this issue. After more than a year of parents begging, teachers and pupils begging, this simple change will have a big impact. I'm just sorry that it didn't happen sooner and it was described repeatedly as a gimmick. Now, classrooms will be a step closer to a place of focus and learning, free from the addictive and demanding world of social media, but they do need the right equipment and procedures in place. So I hope, with school budgets stretched to breaking point and some parents not being able to necessarily afford pouches, I urge the Government to ensure that all schools have the necessary support to properly ensure every classroom can be smartphone free. Now, I welcome the reasonable adjustments alluded to in the guidance, but I would welcome clear assurance from the Minister at the dispatch box that for those pupils with medical needs or caring responsibilities, schools will be at liberty to make appropriate exemptions and accommodations which are not onerous or discriminatory towards individual children. Similarly, school leaders should have the freedom to ensure those children with SEND who may need assistive technology have appropriate access to a device. So I strongly endorse the comments from the Chair of the Select Committee on this issue of exceptions. I think providing clear advice to teachers and head teachers on a regular basis would be very helpful to alleviate those concerns. But while we can celebrate a big victory for smartphones in schools, the damaging impact of addictive social media and indeed addictive gaming and the impact of chatbots, it extends far beyond the school day. And we know that each day more cases of children are coming to serious harm because of social media, while big tech companies come to this place, as we've heard, and brazenly deny responsibility for the damage they're causing to the mental and physical health of our children and young people. Now, social media is encouraging insidious, brain-numbing behaviour in all of us, as the Honourable Gentleman has said, not just children, through its infinite scrolling features, frequent dopamine hits and addictive algorithms. Through its content, it endangers the people we're here to protect. Just last week, I spoke to a constituent of mine whose child cut themselves after seeing a video on YouTube Shorts that said it could help relieve stress. The longer we delay, the more we hear stories like this. So I urge the Government to formally recognise in the legislation that it is both addictive design and harmful content that has created this toxic cocktail. Because if we can't accurately identify the problem, how can we tackle it? And I know that ministers on the benches opposite want to help our children, but we need them to do more. We've been debating this issue, Madam Deputy Speaker, for more than a year now, and the Children's Minister himself put forward his own bill on social media harms more than a year ago. The time is now, Madam Deputy Speaker, to gut addictive algorithms, ban social media giants from collecting our children's data, and make big tech responsible for the harmful content they are pushing on our children. So I urge them, in the strongest possible terms, to come forward with a concrete commitment to action and a swift timeline for implementation. I agree with the Minister's comments that we need to go broader than social media, to gaming, to chatbots. Some of that wider remit was actually acknowledged in a very positive amendment from the Baroness Kidron in the other place, which the Government rejected. We Liberal Democrats have put forward broader, more nuanced amendments beyond just a blunt social media ban in the other place, but they've been repeatedly rejected. This is not about party politics, as some have suggested it is. We are all trying to come together towards the same aim, but we need a concrete commitment to a date in any amendments that are brought forward that the Government will take action. We can't wait for a drawn-out consultation that asks if we should ban social media, not how, because our children who are affected every single day can't wait for action to be taken. Thank you, Madam President.